Sweden, Finland, Norway, Denmark, Iceland. Collectively, they call us the Nordics. From our little corner of the world, we've built a global powerhouse at the forefront of innovation, sustainability, and standard of living. Now, we need to keep iterating on what we've already built, and we need everyone. We are calling all the citizens of the Nordics, including you. From health to mobility, from the big city to your local neighborhood. How will you make our smart cities even smarter?
Hello everyone!
Hello!
It's great to be live with you guys. As you all know, we're here to do two things. We want to discuss with you how you do the final submission, why do we have all these fields, and why is it important that you fill all of them out. And then we also are here to answer your questions regarding anything else with the hackathon. So don't feel shy. There is a comment/discussion part of YouTube for a reason. So just ask your questions there and we will bring them up after we go through the final submission details. Yeah.
Yes, I will continue. Hi guys. I've been sending a lot of information to all of you in Slack with what the final submission should consist of and how you access the platform. But by now I'm pretty sure that all of you guys already know how to come into the Hackathon platform. And as you all know, the deadline is in from now 3 hours, so at 6. So really make sure that you have uploaded by then. And the steps to how you actually do it is that your team lead, as we said from the beginning, is the one who actually need to enter it into the system. But you can work on it together and fix everything like in a Google Docs beforehand, answering the questions, but then just make sure that you upload it on time. And the thing is that you don't upload a new submission, but the team lead has to go inside and edit the already existing submission. But that form now exists of a more like extra fields and where you have to kind of describe it more thoroughly what your problem statements are and how you're gonna solve it basically. And if you go to the Hackathon platform right now, you can see since this morning, you can see a second tab, which is called Final Submission, where you have it step by step. And you also have print screens on how it looks in the top right corner. You need to click My ID, and then from there you go and edit it. And I think we can go through the fields.
Yeah.
So I will hand back over to Lube.
Yeah, so if you're now in the Hackathon platform and you click on My Idea and then Edit, you're back to the form, the idea submission form, or something like this, we can call it. And then now, instead of what you saw last time, which was the team name and who is in your team and these things, there is a bunch of new fields that you can fill in. So I thought I would just go through them one by one and sort of explain why they're there and why they're important. So from top to bottom, we have what is your team name? That is self-explanatory. Who are the team members as well? The video meeting link you have already filled in by now. And what problem you're trying to solve as well. This one you can still change if you maybe changed the problem you're trying to solve. So feel free to always update it until the hackathon ends. Later we have the how do you plan to solve this problem. This is now a mandatory field, as you now for the final submission need to know how you're trying to solve the problem basically. So describe your solution, how will it work, anything basically that you want the juries to know about your solution specifically. So who are the users, like where do we implement this in society, and so on. It's quite self-explanatory but very important field. After that you need to choose now if you will be making a prototype or a concept solution. So before you could select that you didn't know, but by now you should know what you're creating as well. After that, we have the how do you make this solution a reality? Do you have an action plan field? So this field is very important as we will judge the realizability of your solution with this field. So describe how you'll make it a reality, maybe do like a step-by-step list or describe it in text. But either way, make sure that the jury finds it very clear how this will be reality and not only stay on a prototype or concept stage. The next field is why is your solution innovative? So how is this innovation? Maybe why is it not done before? All of these descriptions are, by the way, in the form, so it's very easy for you to go back to them. They are listed just under the field name. But think when you write these texts that this is actually what the jury is going to go through a lot. If you, for example, describe how you make it a reality, but you describe it only in your video, we cannot judge it based on the video in this field because the jury criteria is tied to the field. So it's very important that whatever you're saying in the video is also listed in text. The next field is how scalable is your solution. So describe how you will make this work in one city, how you will make it work in many cities, but also, of course, the first steps of how to make it work for maybe only one neighborhood or a few beta testers. The next field is how does your solution make an impact? So this is very much tied to the challenge you've chosen, like smart labor market or better city for health and so on. So let's say that I'm working on a better city for health. How does this actually make the health situation better? What is the impact? How many people are impacted? In what way? Maybe it is a few people that were very ill before, but with your solution they can now be healthy. Or maybe it is everyone in the city that was, on average, maybe already healthy, but they can be healthier. So describe how your impact, how the impact comes from your solution. And then finally, we have the pitch video. So this one is a separate criteria, which is very important to know. That, as I said before, we don't judge the impact or the realizability and so on from the video, but we actually judge how well you do the presentation. So like how good are you at pitching from the video. So put effort into that one. It's equally important as any of the other things. As you all know, if you can't explain to someone else how your solution works, no one will be able to understand it and it will not move forward. Yeah, and then finally, you just need to accept that we publish this information. Yeah.
Yeah, and as Lovis said, then went through all of these different criterias. If you really want to write as much as possible and make sure that you answer all the different questions in the criterias, there is always stated on the hacker information page on the website. So a tip could be that you check out those criteria, you have them next to you, and then you make sure that you answer as many questions as possible under each field that have that specific criteria, because that will, of course, make it easier for the juries to judge the solution.
Cool.
Yes. And maybe you said that the link to the video pitch needs to be uploaded either on YouTube, Google Drive, or Vimeo. So we had some questions earlier today if it was possible to put like a Canva link or some other tool that you were using. But if you have used another tool, you really need to make sure to download that video and then upload it on a Google Drive or YouTube or something similar so that it's correct in your submission.
And make sure to do this upload in quite good time. It takes some time for videos to upload, and as the final submission needs to go in by 6 o'clock, it's a good idea to start uploading maybe latest by 5 o'clock or something, especially if you have a slower internet connection.
Yeah, and as we have mentioned before, the Teams video meeting link here is important because if you are one of the winners, we would like to later be able to call you and have a way to reach you. So if you have changed team members or something, or if something has happened so that the link is new, then make sure that you have the right link there so that we can reach the whole correct team, basically.
We have a question here on YouTube. If we twisted a solution and it now works to cover not a single challenge but several, where should we mention it? So you need to still choose one challenge that you will use as your main challenge. If you are impacting many different areas of society, that's a really good thing to put under how does your solution make an impact. And of course mention it also in what problem are you trying to solve and how do you plan to solve this problem. Both those are very general, and it's good that you mention it many times, basically. If it then applies to different areas of society, it's good to include that in, for example, an action plan. So if you need to implement in different places, you might also need to have a plan for the different ways. So it sort of adds to all of the different fields. But I think the most important is where does it create an impact, and of course, the problem and solution descriptions.
Yes, and we got a question about mentors and making a video. I'm really not sure what we mean there, but you can always write as a mentor to me in Slack directly and ask all your mentor questions there, and I will help out. And for the Teams video meeting link that I just described, just to be super clear, that is not connected to your video pitch. It's the link where you have had your mentor sessions in or where you have had team meetings, and it's only a way for us to be able to call you afterwards if we have any question, or if we see that it's a problem with uploading the video or something. We'll be able to reach you guys and have a meeting inside your meeting link.
And also the video meeting link is, let's say that you win this hackathon competition, we will call you on in the prize ceremony to sort of announce that you're the winner, and you will be able to give a speech to the viewers of the live stream. So that one is also used for that.
And more information of that will of course come. So we will tell you in beforehand to be in the room when this happens or when we need to get in contact with you. So a lot of information will come during the next days, and when the jury is working with your solutions, we will contact you with next step for the prize ceremony.
Do you have any other questions regarding the final submissions? Anything that needs to go in tonight? Because that is a hard deadline, and we want all of you to be able to submit in time. So if you have any questions regarding that, feel free to ask them now or later in Slack, of course. We are here the whole afternoon and evening as well to make sure that you are able to submit.
Yes, and for those who have joined in a bit later, we have recorded this and we will post this in Slack as well with all of the questions, so you can see it afterwards. And as Love said, we're all available, so just ping us either in Ask the Organizers or just ping us privately on Slack as well. That works super fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's probably it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see you all in Slack, and thanks for watching.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.